The Indiana Fever have dropped a new workout video with the rookies. I think I saw Jillian Aileen in there too, practicing with Caitlin Clark, and everyone is going crazy.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despised. Mm-hmm. And people just having, she brought some on herself a little bit because she's cocky for a good reason.
Mm-hmm. Confident.
And I love that about her.
They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is.
She wasn't even trying, and the internet exploded. One leaked practice video, just one, and Caitlin Clark had the entire basketball world on its knees.
The one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her.
Why her?
Well, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
While Caitlin is fantastic, and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA.
No crowd, no lights, just a quiet gym and a handful of rookies. And yet, in that raw, unfiltered moment, Clark moved like she owned every inch of the court.
So Caitlin Clark working, which would be nice to see, lobbing it into Michaela Timpson. I have to say, bit of an iffy pass there by Caitlin, throwing the ball to where she was, throwing the ball to her right hand instead of her left hand, but
there's so many players who cite you as an inspiration for their games, including Caitlin Clark, who's just absolutely a phenomenon in college. What's that next step like for her?
You know, next steps, gosh, in this generation, right? You have, I think, just so many more challenges of how to handle yourself as an adult, right? You go through that whirlwind of being a senior in college, transitioning into the W. And then the next step is how to become just an even better leader.
A no-look lob that defied logic. A rhythm that made even silence feel electric. While others were finding their footing, she was playing a different game entirely. This wasn't practice. This was a warning shot.
The biggest reason that she's popular is it's the Steph Curry syndrome. She looks a lot like the girl who's out shooting hoops next door, and she plays like we are all capable of playing.
The clip hit social media like a meteor. Within minutes, it was everywhere. Fans couldn't believe their eyes. Teammates tried to keep up, and critics silenced.
They will recognize, her game, but they won't recognize her impact.
Everybody now has an opportunity to pull up their chair and have a seat.
Because what Caitlin did in that short, unedited reel wasn't just basketball. It was brilliance. Pure, effortless, unstoppable brilliance. This is the footage they didn't want you to see. But now that it's out, there's no turning back.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? We don't get to decide that. The marketplace decides that. The people have chosen Caitlin Clark. It's an intangible thing, right? Yes, we can say she's a dog. Okay, there's been other dogs. Okay, she's a great shooter. There's been other great shooters. Mm-hmm. She has it. She's got the thing. We can't assign it.
The moment the video surfaced, it was chaos. A grainy clip, a few seconds long, captured from inside the Fever's closed practice. And yet, it was all anyone could talk about. There was Caitlin Clark, barely breaking a sweat, tossing a lob pass across the lane with surgical precision. Her timing was so flawless, it felt choreographed. But it wasn't.
If I was the WNBA, I would have considered a separate television package to a network on just Caitlin Clark games. I would have had two packages, the WNBA package, and then a separate, let's say, 15 to 18 game Caitlin Clark package.
That was just Clark being Clark. Calm, collected, and 10 steps ahead. You could see Michaela Timpson stretch out for the catch, her ridiculous 6'10" wingspan on full display. But it was Clark's pass that made it possible. That kind of connection, you don't fake it, you feel it.
Breeze getting another layup. Okay, this lob pass right here. Let's just go over that again. Okay, remember, Michaela Timpson has a 6'10" wingspan. But if she had a 6'9" wingspan, would she have been able to get that? Yeah, she would have. But still, that is some reach.
What stunned fans wasn't just the accuracy, it was the ease. The smooth transition from dribble to dish. The way Caitlin controlled the court like a seasoned vet, not a rookie fresh out of college.
This young player has come into our game, and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry.
Every movement in that clip, from her footwork to her court awareness, screamed leadership. She wasn't shouting. She wasn't showboating. She was conducting. And the other players? They responded like they knew they were in the presence of something different.
The league wasn't ready for her last year. They just weren't prepared.
Yeah.
She was prepared.
She's had a full offseason now to rest.
No. She's going to be great. The league just didn't know what to do.
Get the MVP tickets in, just bet them to win the championship. It's fun. And then you get to watch all our games.
Something special. You can't teach gravity like that. It's either in you or it's not. And Caitlin Clark has it in spades. Social media lost it. Comments flooded in. Everything from she's him to this woman is about to change the WNBA. And they weren't exaggerating. That leaked footage became a cultural moment, not because of the editing, not because of the hype, but because it was raw, unfiltered proof that Caitlin Clark doesn't need the spotlight to shine. She is the spotlight.
There have always been the dominant teams. There is UConn, there is South Carolina. I think that the fact that Caitlin Clark started on a team that did not have mind-blowing talent existing and brought that team to a championship really says something about you as a player. And when you are ranking players, you are ranking them as an individual unit rather than a team.
Even in a basic team drill, she found a way to create magic. And if this is what she's doing in a routine workout, just imagine what's coming when the lights are actually on. What made it even more compelling was the body language of everyone else on the court. You could see it, the subtle glances, the quiet respect, the way teammates adjusted their positioning the moment Caitlin touched the ball. It wasn't fear, it was recognition. In a space meant for development, she was already dictating tempo.
Caitlin Clark is becoming the best player in the entire WNBA, not because she's white, because she's that good. She's having Larry Bird impact. She's been the driving force of the hottest team in the entire league, despite her record turnovers. Why? Because she's that good. She's legit good. She's colorblind good. She's guilt-free good. She's apolitically good.
And the staff watching closely. Because when a rookie walks into a professional system and instantly becomes the axis around which everything spins, you don't just notice it, you build around it. From the second the ball was in her hands, it was obvious. Caitlin Clark wasn't just practicing, she was running the show.
One thing Caitlin Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now, makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it. When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never. Never. You never hear that. Now, that's why their team has gotten good. She could have been an egomaniac. Everybody in the league knows that she is the league.
Every drill moved through her like she was the central nervous system of the entire session. Not because the coaching staff forced it, not because it was scripted, but because that's what naturally happens when greatness steps on the floor. The other rookies were locked in, moving with energy and purpose. But Caitlin, she played like she had nothing to prove and everything under control. The pace, the spacing, the intensity, and all of it shifted the second she initiated a play.
You know, for whatever reason, they decide to get themselves involved, whether it is actually malintent or maybe they just want to get themselves in the headline. A lot of players got the spotlight this season because of Caitlin Clark, not to mention just overall Caitlin Clark brought millions, literally, more eyeballs to the league this season.
Pretty exciting. One of the big reasons fans flock to State Farm Arena is, of course, the Caitlin Clark effect.
The best player in America, the best shooter in America.
Watch her play. She plays at a high level.
She's going to break records nonstop for the next couple years.
She's the only one capable of taking nothing and making it something. The WNBA was nothing before Caitlin Clark.
Even when she wasn't holding the ball, she was commanding attention. The defenders couldn't stop glancing at her. Teammates looked to her for cues. Coaches watched her more than anyone else. There's a difference between being good and being undeniable. Caitlin Clark is undeniable.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game.
Every movement had intent, from the way she cut off the ball to how she used angles to create space. She manipulated the floor like a chess master, turning a standard 5-on-5 into her own personal playground. Then came the moments that sealed it. The skip passes that split defenders, the laser-accurate assists that seemed to land right in her teammate's shooting pocket, and that sense of rhythm that's impossible to coach. When she delivered a no-look pass mid-transition without breaking stride, you could almost hear the gym collectively exhale. It wasn't flashy for the sake of being flashy. It was efficient, instinctive, and exact.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT!
She signed my jersey! So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball. Period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA.
That's what separates her from the rest. She doesn't try to impress. She just does what's natural, and it just happens to be elite. More importantly, it wasn't just about offense. She anticipated plays like she had the other team's scouting report memorized. She cut off passing lanes, pressured the ball handler just enough to disrupt rhythm, and directed her teammates with the calm assertiveness of someone who knows how to win. She wasn't loud. She didn't need to be. The court responded to her like it knew she was in charge. That's leadership you can't manufacture. That's the kind of presence that makes veterans listen and rookies level up.
I think that experiencing it, I love Caitlin Clark fans, but Caitlin Clark fans is different. They C-Square, shout out to the gang, different. They are very passionate people, and they gonna ride or die.
Listen, Caitlin Clark is a god to her friends. She does no wrong. Do not play. Do not play with her fans.
Just to say, C-Square, I'm happy I'm on the right end of it.
We on the right end of the stick, baby, because
I hate to be.
Listen,
because
they love us right now. But if we go right left, it's over for us.
Caitlin Clark fans, I love you back, I promise. Please stop.
Yeah.
Her fan. But the one thing I would say about Caitlin Clark fans that I can't appreciate, they'll go anywhere she go.
Oh, they gonna travel. She gonna travel.
And
right there. Right there
I just
with her.
think it's super dope though, because it's they will literally go anywhere she go, and so she's built that kind of platform. And damn, that's lit.
Every generation gets a player who seems born for the moment. Not just talented, but made for this. Caitlin Clark is that player. And if her control of the practice floor is any indication, she's not easing into the league. She's kicking the door wide open. Even the smallest gestures, a glance, a hand signal, a quick nod, sent teammates into motion. The message was clear. She's not waiting her turn. She's taking it. The truth is, Caitlin Clark isn't stepping into the WNBA to learn the ropes. She's stepping in to shift the balance.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
She won Rookie of the Month 4 times, Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single season rookie record for assists, single season rookie record for 3-pointers, single game record for assists, 19, franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game, franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers. She did it in 34 games, most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season, regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. She couldn't do it herself. LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
That practice video was more than just a viral clip. It was a glimpse into how a rookie can reshape a franchise before even playing a single official game. You could see it in the way the gym reacted to her. Even without a roaring crowd or national broadcast, the energy was unmistakable. Every touch of the ball felt like something was about to happen. And more often than not, it did. She made plays that forced coaches to pause. She elevated teammates who suddenly looked sharper, quicker, more confident. That's not normal, that's generational. Her influence is already extending beyond the court. Fever fans aren't just excited, they're energized.
There is a lot of appropriate attention on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, and we found out that the Fever Storm game from over the weekend drew 2.2 million viewers, which is massive. The WNBA has 18 games this season where they've had more than 1 million viewers average, and 16 of those 18 have featured Caitlin Clark. So you cannot deny the connectivity of Caitlin Clark playing basketball and people wanting to watch. If she's playing, they will come, they will watch the game.
After years of struggling to climb the standings, Indiana finally has a reason to believe again. Not because of a stacked roster, not because of lucky draft picks, because of Caitlin. In one leaked video, she gave the franchise something no press release or promo could. Hope. Real, tangible hope. The kind you feel in your chest. The kind that turns preseason workouts into must-see moments. The kind that makes you mark opening night on your calendar and start counting down the days.
Yeah, well, she's terrific, and it'd be easy to build something on her because she's the best thing she does is pass. She's a magical passer, and she has a great feel for the game. So, I mean, what her coach did, I would have done exactly what she did, make sure she handles the ball a lot, and she'll make everybody better. And what I was amazed with at how she's handled all the defenses, and then when she got into the WNBA, some of the negativity that was out there or jealousies, and I think she's just been remarkable. She's a really good basketball player. Yeah.
And it's not just the fans, it's the entire league that's paying attention. Other teams are watching that footage with a mix of curiosity and quiet concern. Because when a player looks that poised in practice, you can't help but wonder what she's going to do when it actually matters. The pass to Makayla Timpson, that wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement. Clark didn't just make the play, she orchestrated the moment. She saw it before it unfolded and executed with confidence that only comes from mastery. That's not typical rookie behavior. That's the kind of control you see from MVPs.
She hasn't just had a major impact on the WNBA. She's had a major impact on the entire city of Indianapolis. Dr. Ryan Brewer calculated that Clark has made the city of Indianapolis $36 million in her rookie season. The calculation showed that Clark contributed to 26.5% of the WNBA's economic activity this season. If pay raises are in order, Caitlin Clark needs to be the first one getting a pay raise.
Let's talk about Makayla for a second. Because even her breakout moment was tethered to Clark's court vision. Yes, the wingspan was impressive. Yes, the vertical reach shocked fans. But that lob didn't just fall into her hands by luck.
I don't know, just the way that Makayla Timpson moves, she kind of moves with a lot of confidence. She seems like she has like very good footwork. And you know, this is just like a snippet of what I'm sure was a much longer workout, but
Caitlin made that happen. She led her perfectly, trusted her timing, and made it look effortless. And now even Makayla's rise is being seen through the lens of Clark's playmaking. That's the gravity Caitlin brings. She's not just creating opportunities for herself, she's turning everyone around her into a storyline. Suddenly, a rookie teammate becomes a potential breakout star. That's influence you can't measure in stats. People online are starting to realize what's coming, and the reactions are anything but subtle. Tweets calling her the future of the league, comparisons to WNBA greats.
Her physical body looks like she takes really good care of her body to be strong, to be able to move, to be able to do different things on the court. I think that was one of my strengths, was there really wasn't an area of the game that I couldn't be pretty effective in. And so she's got the full package that way of looking like she cares about defense. Obviously still areas to grow in all categories, but just offensively, she's a bucket. She's smooth as well. Love watching her game. She's a competitor.
Hashtags like number unstoppable and number Clark era. And it's all from a practice video. Think about that. Most rookies blend into the background in their first workouts. Caitlin made the entire internet pause. And it's not even May. This wasn't marketing. It wasn't staged. It was just raw talent and elite IQ on full display.
The association, they gave us a gym that I paid for. Not entirely, but they took money out of my check and I paid for it.
You better get the fucking full usage of that.
Man, I got hot tub, cold tub, weight room, full court basketball room. I walk in today, I'm on one side working out, Caitlin Clark on the other side.
Really?
I look at myself, there you go, 2 fucking legends, Patty.
Did you say what's up?
You know I say what's up, but I'm not the type to say what's up to interrupt your workout because I don't like people to interrupt mine. She can shoot the shit out of it.
And the WNBA assist leader this past year.
She can shoot the shit out the ball.
She's a great shooter.
And she's one of those workout people, got to think, anytime I hit the court, I got to hit that bike. I'm older now, so I got to get on that bike and stroll for a couple 5, 6, 7 minutes. So while I'm strolling through the park, I'm looking at her shoot it. And she's one of those shooters where if you know as a gym rat, you guys know, like, damn, bro, why you throw that pass bad? Give me the ball in my chest. I'm like, oh, she's a gangster also.
She's lighting people up.
Throw me the ball the way I want it.
What drill was it? What drill was she running?
I don't know. She was doing a 2 in a row corner wing. And if you miss, you have to go back to the next spot. And if you missed again, you have to go back to the starting spot. She had a nice drill. I'm literally still in it.
That's nice.
And she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right. So she was shooting the shit out of it. And
she's the face of the league.
Agreed.
She's the face of the league. Agreed.
That's how legends start, not with fireworks, but with undeniable proof that the game is about to change. In a league constantly hungry for its next face, Caitlin Clark has walked in with the spotlight already trailing her. And the wildest part? She hasn't even shown us the full picture yet. This video, this tiny sliver of her potential, is just the beginning. When the season starts and the pace speeds up, when the stakes are real and the crowds are loud, she won't shrink. She'll rise. Because for Caitlin Clark, greatness isn't a goal. It's her default setting. This wasn't just a practice. It was a revelation. The kind of quiet moment that turns into legend once everything else falls into place. Caitlin Clark didn't need cameras or commentators to showcase her greatness. Just a ball, a gym, and a few open teammates. And with that, she reminded everyone that her journey isn't starting at the bottom. She's entering the league like someone who's already mapped out where she's going. Her game speaks for itself, and it speaks volumes. That leaked video didn't expose anything. It confirmed what real fans already knew. Caitlin Clark is built different. Every pass she made, every cut she took, every decision on that floor. It wasn't just skill, it was intention. It was leadership disguised as flow. She wasn't there to fit in with the team, she was there to lift it. And that's exactly what she did. Players like Caitlin don't ask for space, they command it. And when the moment comes, they deliver, not in flashes, not occasionally, but every single time. Her presence isn't just felt, it's impossible to ignore.
Known Cheryl since she was in college. I helped do her shoe deal with Nike in 1993, took her to her first SBs. I've known Cheryl, I've coached her, have a lot of respect for her. I called her when Caitlin was still playing at Iowa and she had just broken Maravich's record. And it was all over the place, as you and I have discussed, that there was this quote by Cheryl that said, Caitlin was, 25 years old. She was, 24 years old. She was a fifth-year senior. Right. She was taking 40 shots a game. Her records were illegitimate.
Now the rest of the league is watching, some with excitement, others with nervous anticipation, because there's something dangerous about a player who's already setting the tone before the season starts. Someone who doesn't need warm-ups, press tours, or promises. Just one clip. That's all it took to start the Caitlin Clark era. And if this is the level she's operating at before her WNBA debut, then everyone better buckle up, because the real show hasn't even started yet. This is no longer just about a viral video. This is about a shift in tempo, in expectations, in what's possible. Caitlin Clark is redefining what it means to enter the league as a rookie. She's not here to wait her turn or adjust to the pace. She is the pace. She's the storm that changes everything. And soon, when the lights are the brightest and the pressure is at its peak, the world will finally see what Indiana's practice gym already knows. She's not just unstoppable, she's inevitable.